Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and we have another tier list here. This is kind of an interesting one, I would say. It's all the Royal Rumble winners in their possibility of making the Hall of Fame. Um, Obviously, some of these people have already made it and will always have an opportunity to possibly do it. I am realizing that I'm the last time I did this. I think I got Hacksaw Jim Duggan and him as the same person. I don't know why. I honestly don't know who this is. So I'm gonna put him at the back because I don't know who that is. I'm gonna be honest. I don't can't tell from the picture. So yeah, we're gonna do it. And most of these people have either been in the Hall of Fame or are pretty close. And I guess we'll put it down. So first off is Cody Rhodes. I think with finishing the story and with his storied career of tag teams and being part of Legacy, obviously being a Legacy person in general, being Dusty Rhodes' kid, I think he's a lock. I really do. Even with what he has right now, finishing the story, I think locked him in to be a Hall of Famer. There's no doubt about it. Next up is Brock Lesnar. He's another one that, like, depending on his outside stuff and what comes of that, if nothing comes of it and he just quietly goes off to the sunset, I do feel like at some point they bring him in for the Hall of Fame. So I'll put him up there. Next up is Edge. He is already a Hall of Famer, so that's an easy one to put up there. Drew McIntyre. That is kind of an interesting one because he's done a lot of things, but like, is that enough to build a full resume for it? Because he led them during the pandemic era, and I think just looking at that would really put into perspective, like when you're really like ahead of like a certain amount of time of like WWE that people think about, then that kind of can cement you into that. I don't know. I feel like he's just maybe on the outside, but I really couldn't tell you. I'm gonna put maybe. I would lean towards that he's probably a Hall of Famer, but honestly couldn't tell you for sure. Seth Rollins, oh, I think absolutely is a Hall of Famer. He's won enough championships, the Money in the Bank cash in that is just so iconic. All of those moments are WWE. Plus, I think Shield for sure will be elected into the Hall of Fame, so that will hedge his bet. Nakamura, I'm gonna say no. I feel like right now he's had a couple US runs, but unless he wins that WWE championship, I just maybe don't see him. Now, I will say the caveat, if they bring in what he did in Japan, then it's an absolute yes. So maybe I'll slide him up to maybe, but if you do just his WWE stuff, I don't see it. Randy Orton, absolutely, for sure. There's no doubt with the amount of championships he's had. Triple H, I'm pretty sure is already a Hall of Famer, no doubt. Roman Reigns, Hall of Famer automatically, just with his title reigns and so many different things. The bloodline itself should be elected in there. Batista, for sure, because with Triple H running it too, they're close. And I think Batista would be in there even if it was ran by Vince. John Cena, absolutely first ballot Hall of Famer. Sheamus, even though people say he has to win that IC title to be in there, no, he's gonna be in there. He's a Hall of Famer. Berto Del Rio, no, I don't think they need to have him in there. Absolutely not. The Undertaker, obviously, I think it's already a Hall of Famer. Rey Mysterio got elected last year, so that makes that easier. Chris Benoit, I think his name will always have that red stain on it, so absolutely no. Stone Cold Steve Austin, I believe, is already a Hall of Famer. Yeah. Next up would be The Rock. I do believe The Rock might even be elected into the Hall of Fame this year. If they try to do that, that would be perfect. Yes, automatically Hall of Famer. Vince McMahon, no. I think with all the outside stuff, he would never be in the Hall of Fame. Shawn Michaels is a Hall of Famer. Makes it easy. Bret Hart, Hall of Famer. Lex Luger, I believe, is a Hall of Famer. I actually don't know. That's more of just that. Yokozuna, I believe, also is in the Hall of Fame. Ric Flair, I believe he's already in the Hall of Fame. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, I believe, is also in the Hall of Fame. I could be wrong. Hulk Hogan obviously is up there. I don't think so. Then we go to Bayley. I think Bayley has won everything. She's literally won everything that you can win possible. Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, championships, all the championships that she's had. I don't think there's going to be no doubt that she will make it. Rhea Ripley, I think like Rhea Ripley has a strong case even if she retired today. She has multiple championship runs. She's had long reigns and she's had pretty dominant things altogether. So I think Rhea Ripley would be safe, Hall of Famer. Bianca Belair, I think also with her run, she has the longest reigning champion. I don't see her not being in the Hall of Fame. Asuka with her giant NXT undefeated streak and the championships she's won after that, being the first woman to win the Royal Rumble, being a Money in the Bank winner. I think all of that puts her pretty close up there. I personally believe she's a Hall of Famer. I could see maybe some people saying she needs a little bit more, but if you add what she did in Japan, I think she definitely is a lock. Ronda Rousey, I'm gonna go maybe. I think if you add all the outside stuff and all the stuff she did bad for the business, she shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. But I could see them putting her in there for the name value and maybe even shock value of it all. Becky Lynch, obviously, she's part of the four horsewomen also. That also gave Bailey even a better fame. But Becky Lynch winning both belts at one point too. It's a lock. And next up is Charlotte Flair. Obviously, with a huge amount of championships, she's going to be a Hall of Famer. Tell me what you guys think of the video. What I got wrong. It's actually not that hard because I feel like winning the Royal Rumble might lock you in there. It gets you pretty damn close, at least, with basically the no's are people who have done terrible things on the outside. The maybes are people that have, well, at least Nakamura and Drew McIntyre, that I do honestly believe will make it in there. It's just depending on, I think it takes maybe a little bit longer, but I do believe they still make it in. But yeah, those are my picks, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.